Hi, so this is part one of my aggressive monitoring helper video. And this right here is my exemplar. I am going to be going into a fourth grade classroom, and this is the TEAC comparing and ordering decimals. It has already been taught, and this is going to be the warm-up of the day, the problem of the day, a spiral. We want to spiral these TEACs in through our problem of the day for sure. And what I've done is I've just created my exemplar, so I'm prepped and ready to go in there and actually do aggressive monitoring for her warm-up problem of the day. I have all of my laps written down, ready to go. I have done all the laps myself that I can do. I didn't do it on grid paper just because I wanted it all on one sheet, but one of the laps is using grid paper. I did that without it, but I've still lined up my decimals. But I've done everything there. And then I've also gone through each answer choice to see what misconceptions happened if they chose A, B, or C, since D is my correct answer. One that I can point out just really quickly is it says greatest to least. Well, if they didn't read the question carefully, they simply did at least to greatest. So they're understanding how to order. They just did not pay attention to the question, and they did at least to greatest instead of greatest to least. So as I'm going around aggressively monitoring, I could quickly, if they selected C, all I would have to do is probably point to this. Now, you might have a couple babies, you need to have to help more, but literally it's just a point of the finger because I know why they chose C. This one will take a little bit more time. They think 1 4600 is greater because it has more digits, and that is not true. It should not be the second greatest. 1 5/10 should be, so that's a quick conversation we can talk about. And did they actually line up their decimals to compare each place value starting with the largest place value? We can go back and cross-reference that as we're aggressively monitoring as well. And then for the last one, it's just if they just base it on the picture only, one of them could be a little deceiving. So it's just kind of keeping track of that as well. Anyways, this is my exemplar. I'm done all of this prep in advance. It did not take me long. I selected a really star question. It is either 2015 or 16 because that's all we can use at this point. 17 and 18 are off limits. But I went through and I was intentional with what TEAC I wanted to hit. I was intentional with what I chose to have as my warm-up. I already have everything set and ready, but this literally did not take me long to do because if you've already taught this, since this is a spiral, you know what the expectations are. You know what the lap should be, how you've trained them for their strategies. It's just quickly going through it. And the big key thing is working everything out before so you can quickly see, did they label correctly? Why, which answer choice did they select? And you already know the why behind it so you can clear up those misconceptions. So anyways, that's just my little pre-video. The next video will be actually putting this into action with fourth grade students. So see y'all in a little bit for part 2.